je het interessant vindt. Ja, wel. Good morning, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a day in my life. Pretty much just woke up. It's been a rough night again. That's what you have with the baby. Yeah, let's not run this for too long. Let me drink my coffee, get back ready for school, and then I'll talk to you again. And Bo will talk to you as well. I remembered what I wanted to say. So right now, well, it's still February, of course, and I know in most places it's still pretty cold. I'm kind of over the winter. The winter is also almost over. We're definitely heading into spring with all the flowers, but I still have to light a fire every morning because it's like, it's not cold, but it's kind of cold to get dressed and everything. I don't mind too much, but it's a little hard on the kids, so I light a fire every morning still. But I'm very much over fire season, as in fire inside. It has been very dry this winter, so summer fire season is gonna be a rough one, I think. With how dry it's been, that can't be good. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'll show you the pond later in this video. I'll try to remember this time. I wanted to do it a couple times, but then it just like... So, that's one of the things on the agenda today. Can you see me? Yes. I know. Awesome lighting. I just made all the beds, which I think is kind of important. Well, it's important to me most days because, especially if I know I'll be working inside, it's nice to have it a little bit tidy, at least for as far as you can get it tidy. Such a small space with lots of kid stuff. Now I'm on to folding laundry. I like to get some of these kind of boring chores done in the morning as I'm waking up, so that I kind of already feel accomplished in the morning. And we have to do laundry every other day. I'm sure all the parents understand. But in today's video I also wanted to kind of shortly discuss some of the questions that I could get asked in the comments. I have a playlist of question and answer videos where I go more in depth into things. There's always in the description box a list of the questions I answer in that video. So I'll link that somewhere. But recently I've been getting a lot of questions about schooling. Again, from people who want to move to Portugal and are wondering about the schooling here. We don't homeschool, which I've also discussed in a video that I will link somewhere. It's just not an option for us. And so far we've been really pleased with the system here. All the teachers are really great. She's in a very small school. Everyone's been really helpful, and Puk loves it so far. She's been picking up her Portuguese, which is very awesome, and one of the main reasons that we want her in the school. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. Since last week she also started taking the bus, which means that they pick her up by the road and they drop her off at the end of the day. That made her days a little bit longer, but we'll see how that goes. Sometimes I always also get the questions, how can you show us the village, the school, all that sort of stuff? We don't do that. It's for the privacy of the children as well as for us, because that will make it easier to find where we live exactly. And yeah, since we also have children here, that's not really safe to do. You never know who's watching, so that's one of our considerations, to not show any immediate neighbors or stuff like that. So yeah, and I don't want to go super into depth about kid stuff, because it's their privacy and it's their life. But all I can say is that so far, as parents, and Puk as well, has been really pleased with the school, with everyone being very helpful. She loves it, so so far we're really happy with it. Ja, ik ben bijna klaar. Zo. Boom. Hartstikke goed. Mari. Oh, Antoinette. This lady is Antoinette, and she's really good. Well, she's been ruined by Puck, so to say. She doesn't mind at all if Bo does anything to her. No scratching. Marie will fight back, but she's really good. And Bo's a little bit obsessed with her. Is that a poesje? Ja? If you're hearing music, that's Martin. He's doing the dishes. And he likes to listen to music while doing that. Next up is a list. So I've been trying to get... The thing is, if you work for yourself and you're doing a project like this, it's very easy to kind of get swept away by the day, so to say. So all the daily stuff and the kids and just like doing the things that you have to do. And so I've been trying to get better now that we're going into spring, and with my winter depression is seceding, whatever that word is. I've been trying to write to-do lists. So today on the to-do list is filming, obviously, and some computer work. So yeah, because YouTube and the internet is our income, I do spend quite a lot of time behind the computer doing things. Right now I'm working on a special project that I hope to announce soon, but still quite a bit of work to put in. Try to write a to-do list, get a little bit focused, and then start answering some emails and some computer work. We have a beautiful skylight on our yard, which has 2 windows that can open. Well, one of them can open right now. The other one, the little mechanism just keeps breaking, which is really annoying. But I've been working on the computer for a couple hours and it's getting very stuffy in here. So because it's such a small space and we sleep in here and we do lots of things in here, it's very important on the days that you can to open everything up. So open up the window. I'm gonna open up the door so that it can just aerate through. And it's a beautiful day. And he can escape now. Hey! Ja, nou ben je buiten. Okay, time for lunch. I'm gonna make something that's currently one of my favorites. I'm not sure if Martin loves it as much as I do, but he eats what I cook, so there we go. Yeah, Bo. Yeah. So it's really very simple. It's chickpeas and carrots in like a tomato sauce, and then you can serve it with bread or over rice or whatever you have on hand. It's very budget friendly because chickpeas don't cost anything. Carrots are very cheap. I'm cooking chickpeas now since about a year. I've been cooking most beans from dried. So I soaked these overnight and now I'm cooking them. And that really helps to keep the budget in check. But if you don't have time, you can of course just use a jar or a can of chickpeas. And that's the timer going off for them. Very simple. Carrots. But the very important part is cinnamon in the sauce. And then you can also add raisins, but I'm out of raisins. So we'll see if I'll add something else that is sweet, or just leave it as it is. And of course, we always start with an onion. I'm just gonna use up all the carrots I have. This is maybe 600-700 grams, which is like maybe a pound, a little bit more. And that's it. I decided to not search for anything else sweet. No raisins, but raisins in it is very nice. I also add some lemon juice, which is good. I'm just gonna serve it with some bulgur. That's gonna be lunch. Yes, I know it's the middle of the day, but I'm tired and I just want to take a shower. So, we recently got this awesome thing, which is a gas heater for the shower. And it's been a great blessing. Because even though it's really starting to warm up during the day, it's not hot enough for long enough that the pipes make the water really nice to shower. So it was still a struggle. So we got this. Works well. We're really pleased. And I'm gonna take a shower now. Speaking of water, I promised I would give you a pond update. It's not very good. Since Christmas we haven't really had any good rain. We had like an afternoon of a little bit of drizzling the other day and that was it. And that has been it since Christmas. So that's a very long time. It's been very, very dry and I really do hope that in March and April we still get some rain. But for the pond that means that it is pretty much dry again. If you don't know, last winter we dug a pond and what is supplying water to the pond is the one end of like a very old French drain that was in our field. So it's kind of like the end of a pipe that's bringing underground water to the pond. And I think that's also where the issue is, because we have noticed that the clay is compacting more, but because we only get spurts of lots of rain, it really takes quite a while, and that's normal actually for the clay to settle again and for that to like make it watertight at the bottom. Pretty much dry, as you can see. The bees are loving that last bit of water there. Let me go down. I think you can hear them. The bees are just drinking from the water at the edge, so I'm not going to go any closer. But over here, this hole, you can't see it properly because of the lighting. This is where the water comes in. And what we're thinking by now, what's probably the case, is that once the water like in the ground gets to a certain level and the pressure here kind of goes away, then whatever water is left here in the pond will also slowly seep into there. So that means that only from this, like only over there, we can have some water standing, which is not that much water. We haven't come up with a solution yet. We'll have to see. Hopefully if it compacts more, the clay we might actually be wrong and it is a suitable pond as it is. And otherwise we'll have to think of something else. But that's how the pond is looking right now. Got some cherry tomato seeds as well as some beans, but they're for the later day to just direct sow in the garden. So right now I'm just gonna sow some of these. As you might be able to tell from the lights, it's getting a little later and it's already time to pick up Puck. I have this guy with me because Martin is doing something he can't have the baby with. So yeah, let's go pick up Puck. Oh! I was thinking no eggs, but Martin just took them.
KLM-directeur rekent erop binnen bevalt de 1,5 meter afstand. Maar wat doen we dan?
Om samen te dansen, dat kon gewoon niet. Je kwam ook niet echt in de club. Dus dat is een gewoonte waar ik voor zie als mensen weer in die omgeving komen.
In Duiven in Gelderland raakte een agent gewond toen hij door afgewaaide dakplaten werd geraakt.
Susie! Aki!
Susie, eten! Kijk eens. Ja, gaan we lekker eten.
Je krijgt... Ja, goed zo. Heb je geen zin in brokjes?
Nee, ze moet even geaaid worden altijd voordat ze nog eten.
Ja, ja.
Of heel even.
Kom maar. Ja, lekker.
En dan ga ik onder een dek eten. Doe je even op.
Puk mee, nee.
Ik doe. Ik wil vasthouden.